All right, here we are once again on the Info Wars. Brussels couple poked to yeeted by illegal migrant. So again, if he's an illegal migrant, why was he there in the first place? He should have been deported. But anyway, let's get into it. A prominent Belgian artist, let me guess, modern artist, right? Anyway, and his partner were found yeeted on Tuesday. The primary suspect is reportedly a 34-year-old homeless migrant. Wow, so there's a homeless migrant and they decide to do what? They were sheltering at their home. Yeah, that's not a bright idea. In the northern Brussels district of Molenbeek, he was believed to have been residing in the country illegally for an unknown amount of time, probably a couple years. I mean, wasn't there a case of this illegal migrant in Ireland poking a whole whack of kids? He was in the country illegally for like 15 years or something. I could be wrong, but it wouldn't surprise me. Paul Bousset, a 63-year-old artist, and his partner and local teacher, Morel Borie, yeeted at an address in Avenue Henry Hollevoet in the north of the Belgian capital on Tuesday, in what police are describing as a domestic incident. That's some incident, all right. I would call it a double homicide, but anyway. The 34-year-old suspect, Mohammed Rittab, yeah, probably not white, is reported to have turned himself into police immediately after the gruesome yeeting on Tuesday afternoon. You know, this is just a theory of mine, but here's how it goes. He committed that yeeting so he'd go to prison. Why? Being in prison is better than being homeless on the street. And why is this? Prisons in Europe are like 4-star hotels. I should clarify a bit. Western Europe, definitely not Russia, though. Those Russies have things called penal colonies in Siberia. Anywho, back to the article. Public prosecutor Yasmin Van Overschlide said the exact circumstances of the yeetings were unclear. Other sources recall the couple wanting to help, yeah, that figures, Rittab, by allowing him to stay at their home as an act of charity. Yeah. That's exactly what's happening in Western Europe as a whole. All these migrants and illegal migrants and refugees, they're allowed to come in, well, because the politicians didn't ask the people first off, but now you have a generation of people who want to help all these poor people, so they willingly let them in to their country. And that's exactly the same as this couple letting this homeless person into their house. And what is their reward? They got diversified. Already infamous for the prominence of Islamic extremism and petty crime, Molenbeek, the center of the city's Moroccan diaspora community, is no stranger to acts of violence. Yeah, you let in all these migrants, and what happens? Your crime goes up. Late last year, a police officer was yeeted in a nearby train station. Next thing you know, that's going to be a no-go zone, kind of like what they have in London. But anyway, Brussels is currently experiencing a migrant-led crime wave. See, if I was in charge, I'd be kicking them out. But that's just me. Forcing even the European Union's officials to heighten safety protocols for staff. If you want to heighten safety, kick out these migrants. But anyway, in October, Brussels garnered international headlines following the yeeting of 2 Swedish football fans by a Tunisian asylum seeker. Also in the country illegally, Some municipal councilors now advocate for the deployment of the Belgian military as the next step in combating warring narco gangs. Yeah, um, here's a thought. Use the military to round up all these narco gangs and deport them back to wherever they came from. Or give them a short drop and a sudden stop for dealing in illicit drugs. But anyway, that's my thoughts on this asinine clown world. Anyway, take care out there if you can.